What's up, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. I got to take a nap. Anyway, listen, I'm going to talk about a story out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Shout out. And it's about a gentleman that's pictured up here, which you can barely see through the flames. This guy's name is Artemio Sanchez-Ortega. It doesn't say how old he is. Evidently, he must be old enough to get burnt the hell up. This guy right here, ladies and gentlemen, they think he was drunk because his girlfriend don't know why he did this. This guy parked his car down the street, came down the street carrying 5 gallons of gasoline in the gas can, and proceeded to set the house on fire, as well as the vehicles, with the girlfriend and her 4 children inside. Now, luckily, they weren't hurt. But Mr. Ortega, that's a different story. Here's another case of the dumb get dumber, and when he's caught, the richer get richer. Take a look.
Well, good evening, New Mexico. The question of who lit a local family's property on fire may be answered by these 10 seconds of surveillance video.
A neighbor's camera caught all of it from beginning to end, and police are still trying to find that suspect. Cassie Foote dug through all that video and spoke to the neighbors about what they saw there. Cassie?
Well, police say the man caught on camera lighting that fire is Artemio Sanchez-Ortega. Not necessarily a surprise. They're trying to arrest him on arson charges now. Police say that's him in this video, dumping gasoline all over his ex-girlfriend's property in northwest Albuquerque, then lighting a match. 3 vehicles in her driveway were destroyed. Those flames even spread to her home, where she was inside with her 4 kids.
Some crimes are tough to solve, but this one in northwest Albuquerque played out from beginning to end on camera. We take you back to mid-May, outside a home near Central and Coors. A neighbor's security video shows a man hopping over the fence to get away from a fire. However, he's hard to miss because he's on fire himself. Police say that's Artemio Sanchez-Ortega, and they're looking for him for allegedly starting that fire at his ex-girlfriend's property.
Kind of had to laugh at the sort of amateur hour kind of situation there. Like if you're going to commit arson, try to do it without setting yourself on fire in the process.
Daniel Provine lives across the street from the victim. It was his cameras that captured everything.
Saw the guy coming up with the gas can.
Shown here, a 5-gallon gas can, according to the arrest warrant. After he puts that can over the fence, a different camera angle shows him jumping over it too. You may be able to guess what happens next. The victim gave us this video. She says she was watching from inside in complete shock. She saw this moment too, when Sanchez-Ortega allegedly added fire into the mix. Her 4 children were inside with her. They all made it out safely, with fewer injuries than Sanchez-Ortega may have run off with that night.
Dude got what he deserved a little bit in the process.
The victim tells us she doesn't know why this all happened, but the arrest warrant states she believed Sanchez-Ortega had been drinking. Now, she and Provine want him to face the consequences.
I hope they find the guy and take care of business. That's about really all I can say.
Well, aside from that surveillance video, police say they were able to identify Sanchez-Ortega through a truck he parked down the street. But again, they're still looking for him tonight. Tessa, Trevor?
That's the story of Artemio Sanchez-Ortega. Drunk as hell and looking dumb as hell. He got what he got. Now, police are still looking for him. He's up on arson charges. They'll find him eventually because I don't see him not having those scars from that type of stuff. And they say they think he was drunk. I know he was drunk. A lot of you know he was drunk too. 2 reasons that show you this man was drunk, besides being out of his damn mind. Number 1 is he had a 5-gallon thing of gas. Do you know how heavy that is? 5 gallons of liquid. That's like 43 pounds. got it over the gate, struggled to get it over there, struggled to get himself over there, that high-ass gate, poured it from one vehicle to the next, right? Didn't even put it on the house. Did you notice that? As soon as he got done, poured all the way across the car, didn't think about it splashing on his clothes, lights the match, and if you go back and look at the video, he's in a puddle while he lights the match. Blew his dumb ass right over that gate. Then the second thing that you know that he's drunk, he was on fire and just stood there for a second burning, got up, takes off down the street, wasn't even running fast, and didn't even try to get the stuff off of him. Out of his mind. Ring doorbell cam caught him. He looking crazy. I don't know if them kids are hers or not, but if they are, I wouldn't let them see him no more. Drunk or not. It seems like a lot of times, man, when people get drunk, how they really feel come out, especially when they get emotional. A lot of times I've seen thousands of people get drunk. Usually one or two things you see out of them. Sorrow or anger. And the anger usually leads to violence. You know what I'm saying? Or the sorrow comes from some type of disappointment, most likely in themselves, where they blame somebody else. But either way, man, it ain't got nothing to do with the whole situation right now. They'll find this dude. And I mean, this is the second video I did out of Albuquerque this year or the last 6 months of somebody burning somebody's shit up. Is that normal out there? If anybody from Albuquerque, tell me if that's normal to set somebody's shit on fire with them in it, or just you get angry and just tear it. Because the last time I did this, it was a married guy where a girl said her car was in the garage and they had divorce papers. The ex-wife was mad. She went over there with a friend who recorded her burning this man's house down while he was on a flight returning back to New Mexico, and he was nothing he could do but just watch it. I don't understand how people, man, people do some crazy stuff, man. I mean, especially when they in relationships. Now, regardless of him being drunk out of his mind, see, I don't drink, so I mean, I understand why people do what they do when they're drunk, but I don't get the whole, you do that type of stuff and then your only excuse is, I'm sorry, I wasn't in my right mind. I was drunk. You forgive me? You almost killed a woman and 4 children. You need to be shown the flowers immediately. That's just how I see it. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. When this guy gets locked up, this is one of those type of videos that'll be on the America's Dumbest Criminals. This guy, a lot of people don't know, when they find out what you in jail for, they laugh you off the block a lot of times. And I think he's a prime candidate to get teased to where he going to either have to fight or flee again with his burnt up legs to the next block and then on to the next one. Because this type of stuff, you never live down when you're around childish people, like people in jail. So he'll get what's coming to him. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.